Okay, so another thing we've been trying to work on, and we used to do this a lot back in the day, okay? We're trying not to argue in the car. Trying not to argue while driving. It's very dangerous. And, you know, at one point in time, there was a lot of exiting the car during an argument. So we've been working on not leaving the car during an argument. There's been times when, like, we would stop at a gas station and we were having an argument, and, you know, he would get out to pump the gas or whatnot, and
I got left at the gas station. That's what happens. All right, yeah. I got left at the gas station. It happens. It happens. All right? We've all had to walk home in the cold.
Okay. There's been other times where, you know, we'd argue in a drive-thru.
Right, sure.
And somebody would exit the car.
Me again.
And get left.
All right? Look, let me
walk home.
Let me tell you a brief story. Let me give you a brief rundown of what happened. All right, so I'm a big Mike fan. All right? I like Michael Jackson. He's a beast. Greatest entertainer of all time. I love Michael Jackson. So we argued about something completely unrelated. Michael Jackson in the CD player. She takes Michael Jackson out the CD player, throws my man in the back seat. Now look, I got a problem with that, all right? That's my Mike CD. I like Mike. I don't want her scratching up Billie Jean.
He tried to put the music on while we were arguing, okay? That was very rude. So I took the CD out and I tossed it in the back.
Yo, so look, if I were to argue to the tune of Billie Jean, I should be able to. Okay, that's how I feel about it. But you can't just be throwing Billie Jean in the back seat.
Okay, so by the way, that argument was like forever ago. It was like 10 years ago.
So she threw my Mike CD in the back. I said, you can't disrespect Mike like that. I was out of there.
Yeah, okay. And it was cold. And he decided to get out of the car and head home.
I walked home like 5 miles in the freezing cold.
Yes. And I was like, okay, you know what? You want to go there? I just drove home. And I drove past her.
She left me. She left me.
Okay, so something else we've been working on with our fighting is don't fight on the phone. Don't argue through text.
It's a bad look. It's a bad look altogether.
Don't argue through text message.
You can't read tones in a text message.
No.
So it's a bad idea to text an argument because you can't read tones. Everything sounds aggressive. When you're angry, everything sounds aggressive.
Exactly.
You can be like, have a nice day. You're like, oh, no, you didn't just tell me to have a nice day.
Yeah, just because there's no have a nice day smiley face at the end.
Yeah, exactly. And as far as talking on the phone, the hardest part about talking on the phone is you get emotional. You know you get emotional?
And you hang up.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than hanging up on somebody.
Exactly. Click.
Yeah, it's bad. That's bad. So we've dealt with that.
Yes,
we've dealt with hang-ups.
A lot. We had a lot of hang-ups because again we were in a long distance relationship, so that's
the only power we had.
Most of our conversations were on the phone. So you know we'd argue on the phone and I'd hang up and then he'd call me back and then I'd pick up and then I'd hang up again.
Yeah, see? It started to turn into revenge hang-ups.
Yes.
Okay? Now it's like, you want to hang up on me?
I'm going to hang up on you.
I'm going to call you right back. Yeah, that's you. You there? Wow! Hung up on you. Can't do that.
Mid-sentence.
Then we would spend hours hanging up on each other. That was it. We would spend hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That goes back to one-upping too. So it's like, you spend hours hanging up on each other. That's why I hung up on you last.
So another important thing that we've been learning, that we've been trying to do is not to go to bed angry.
That's right.
You know, you don't want an argument.
That's such a big one.
Yeah, you don't want an argument to carry on to the next day. It could drag out so long and you're just feeling a mess. I know when we fight, I don't feel good.
I don't want the issue carry on to the next day because it just kind of turns into, well, who's going to talk to who first?
Exactly.
Maybe I'm not going to talk to you. Is she going to ignore me? Let me wait to see if she says something to me.
Exactly. So it just makes the situation more awkward.
It's awkward, yeah.
And then you're just dealing with a bad mood, and then that carries on into other things, how you talk to other people.
And you both don't feel right. So don't go to bed angry so you don't wake up mad. That's simple.
Okay, so it's also important to make up after your arguments. You know, set a date night, go have some fun.
That's right.
Rekindle that flame a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Rekindle.
Oh my God.
It's important that you love just as hard as you fight.
Right.
So it's critical that, you know, you plan out your date nights, you plan to do things together to continue to create that bond, increase that level of communication. You know, those are things that we do. We just try to have a great time together. When we have issues, because we do have issues, when we have issues, we try to spend that time after the issue is resolved, making sure that the other person, that each other know how we feel about each other. Even if we say some things we don't mean in our arguments, it's important that in the end, when it's all said and done, we know we got each other. So, all right, so one of the hardest things to do is to admit when you're wrong.
Yes, this is a hard one.
It's very difficult to admit when you're wrong.
Especially when you fought so hard to try to prove your point.
Right.
And you realize that you're wrong the entire time.
Right. It's tough. It's tough to admit that you're wrong, but it will save you time, hours, energy, everything.
It'll actually make you stronger in the end.
Yeah. If you know you're wrong, it's important to stop and be like, you know what? My bad. I was wrong.
Exactly.
I was wrong.
This is dealing with a lot of pridefulness. Yeah. You know, you just want to put your pride aside and just admit that you made a mistake.
Yeah. We all do.
There's nothing wrong with it. To do what's right for the marriage or the relationship.
That's right.
So that you can just live peacefully. We've
also learned that it's best that if you're the party that's being told, hey, I was wrong, right. It's always best to just hear them out and don't rub it in their face. No, don't. Okay? Yeah, you know what? I've been telling you for about 3 hours now. You were wrong. I told you were wrong. Why don't you just take my word for it? You're wrong. You were wrong then. You're wrong now.
You don't want to do that, okay? It's not that serious.
It's bad. Don't rub their face in it.
Right. Don't hold grudges. Yeah. Forgive them. Yeah. And move on. There's so much to look forward to in life, and arguing just wastes time. Holding grudges just wastes time.
Absolutely.
And it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
So just forgive and forget and just move forward. Last tip that we wrote down was to stay prayerful and keep God in the relationship.
Absolutely.
We've said this once before that, you know, God is the center of our relationship, and we make sure that we are praying and that, you know, we go to Him with our problems. Big or small, socks, clothes, whatever it is, you know, He hears all, He sees all anyways. So He's not surprised by, you know, anything that you bring to Him. So
and look, nobody's perfect. Some people just need prayer. So maybe you gotta pray. Maybe you gotta pray for your partner that they stop getting on your nerves.
Yeah. All right, so those are the things we wrote down about arguing and ways that we need to improve on our arguing.
That's right. That's right. We got some room for opportunity.
Okay, so we hope you found this video helpful, and we hope you enjoyed watching, and we'll see you soon in another video. Take care.